All of a sudden, I think we're in the middle of this great reset right as we speak, right now. This is what the great reset is going to look like. When major figures like this stand up and said, the old globalization is over, the new is coming in. This is what the great reset is going to look like. And getting a grip on this is hard because formally we always have to talk in future tense. Well, it's going to happen. Well, maybe it's going to happen by 2030 or whatever. No, it's happening right now as we speak. So this is a big thing. This is a big thing we need to track for technocracy, especially, and in particular because all of these technocrats swarming around Washington D.C. at this point. They're all over the place. It's not just people like Peter Thiel and Elon Musk and Jeffrey Sachs and other people like that. There's a multitude of people. Elon Musk, when he started Doge, he made a call for all the technocrats in Silicon Valley, come to Washington, D.C. and help me with Doge, right?
Uh-huh.
So all these people showed up, and they gave up, some of them they gave up high paying positions to come to Washington. Nobody will know if they got paid behind the back with money from Elon Musk, but nevertheless, we can't prove that. But why would somebody give up a $800,000 a year job for a $200,000 year job? That doesn't make sense. Nevertheless, these people are in Washington, D.C., and they're using AI to basically unpack the government and reform the government. This is a marker of the Great Reset, for peace sake. Totally. Because Elon Musk came in, when the first thing he said, basically, we're going to reorganize the government. That's radical. That just forget everything we learned already about Curtis Yarvin, that nutcake who wants to install a monarchy in America. Forget the president. Forget big elections. No, we're going to have a monarch, he said. And this is a philosophy that's driving people like Peter Thiel. Aside from that, we see this concept of the Great Reset happening in America. It's happening in other countries as well, but it's especially in America. We can see it. We should see it. And I think this is going to be the biggest story of the year when this year is over, that this is the year the Great Reset tagged America.
Wow. And it's so in disguise because, I mean, if you tune into any other program, they're saying Trump has killed the globalist, and their mission is, Trump has defeated the globalist, and we don't have to worry about him anymore.
Exactly.
Even Alex Jones, who's been one of the main guys up against the globalists for the past 20 years.
I wonder what he said. I haven't listened to him for a while. I wonder what he said.
I've seen him tweeting that, Trump is killing the globalist and, that we're winning.
Yeah. Well, we know all of the stuff we know about technocrats over the years. They hate Marxists, for instance. They don't have any use for communism at all. And we see at this point, all of a sudden, the cultural Marxism is being swept out the door, even as we speak. DEI is just gone. All these universities and stuff that have been practicing Marxism all over the years, they're towing the line now and saying, no, we're not going to do that anymore. That's all gone. Well, we're going to see the same pressure applied against politicians because the technocrats never historically, they don't like politicians at all. Mm-hmm. If they could get rid of them all, they would. They tried it in 1933. They were not successful, but nevertheless, you can see this antipathy with technocrats vis-a-vis the politicians. So are politicians being neutered in Washington, D.C. right now? Yes, they are. Absolutely, positively. Is this nonsense of cultural Marxism being swept out? Yes, it is. And on the surface of it, it seems really it seems right for the populist movement to say, well, we want to get the Marxism out of our country. We want to have more responsible politicians that doing stuff that benefit the people. But when you look at it from the technocrats' point of view, they're sneaking in the back door as this stuff is pushed away. They're sneaking in the back door to implement AI all over the place.
Yeah.
To basically capture America and all the people in it.
Yeah. Well,
we're risking looking like China with a social credit scoring system in just a year from now.
Yeah.
It's going to be a wild ride.
What you're saying is they're getting rid of all the cultural Marxism stuff. That's good, but they're using it as a distraction almost. Hey, look over here. We're getting rid of all this bad stuff while they're, implementing even worse things behind your back.
Exactly. The Marxists of the 40s, they recognized that technocracy was the worst thing in the world, and they railed against it. The Marxists did, the communists did, and in the 40s. And they understood what they saw was that technocracy was going to remove the human entity from the equation. And well, you can't, if you don't have humans to manage, Marxism falls apart. You can't have a class system to manage anything if you don't have, have to have people and the human condition. Well, they understood that technocracy was trying to remove humanity from the equation, and they said, you can't do that. And so they hated it. They had a running feud back then, and they still do. So the fact that cultural Marxism is being shoved out right now, we say, well, it's good. We don't like it anyway, but the reason it's being shoved out is because the technocrats already hated the Marxists in the first place, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
So it's being pushed out for another reason. We like the result, but not the reason that's being pushed out, right?
Yep.